Hey, welcome back. It's the middle of June. We're working on our project of the month, our little craft that we've been doing, and we've continued this series going back to February. We've been doing one thing a month, and it's an interchangeable thing. So we just kind of pick a theme for that time of year so that it fits with seasonal decor. So this month, we are going to make
A firework.
a firework. And the reason we chose a firework is the 4th of July is coming up here in a few weeks. And we thought this would be a good time to do it. We were going to do something for Father's Day, but that's actually tomorrow. And so we just decided to go with a firework. So let's get started. To get the design, I went on Canva and I found just a rocket that I thought would look good and would fit well on the board that we're going to cut out. I downloaded the file, imported it into my CNC software, and then we just cut it out on the CNC machine. So we're just using MDF here to cut it out, and I did find out that I ended up making this a little bit too small. It's not that noticeable, but if I were to do it again, I would probably have made it a little bit wider of a rocket just to fit on the board a little bit better. But other than that, it turned out really well. Next, we got some white spray paint out. It was a paint and primer mixed, and we just painted a good base layer on everything. The one thing with this MDF is it really soaks up the paint, so I wanted to try to seal it off as much as possible so that when we were going to add color to this, it would take the color well and not show the wood through. Once the primer was dry, I turned my son loose with some acrylic paint, and I didn't actually help him at all with this. He picked out the colors, he picked out the brushes. You can see he's using a brush that probably wasn't the best for this use. I did not notice it until I started editing this video, but it worked out okay. He was also dipping the paint or the brush in water, and I think it made it a little bit too runny. So my bad for being in charge and not catching that he was doing that. Now, because he was dipping in the water, it tended to run a little bit down the sides, and it also didn't get a good coverage on it. So what ended up happening, as you'll see as we progress through this, is he had to repaint, and so he painted the blue, and then he's going to paint the red, and then it dripped down on the white, and so he repainted the white, and then the white kind of got too much on the blue and the red, and so it kind of became a drawn out process that maybe didn't need to be. And then in the end, we discovered that when we set it on the board that it was going to be displayed on, the board is white and the edge of the rocket was white, and it blended in way too much. So we actually went back in and we painted the edge of the rocket with some black paint just to make it stand out and kind of give it almost like a shadowed look, just to give some depth and something to separate it from that background. Now, as I said earlier, I did not make the rocket wide enough, so what I have is I have Velcro strips on this background, and we change it every month. And I didn't know how wide those strips were, and when I went to go fix the rocket to the background, I noticed that the rocket was a little bit narrow. So I had to place the rocket a little bit off center, just because we didn't want to make another one of these for this time. If I were to do it again, I'd make the rocket wider. I would also had it so the rocket could be turned the other way. Because of where those Velcro strips are, I couldn't turn it the other way. The Velcro strips would have shown on the outside of the rocket. I kind of wanted the beads in that paneling in the background to run vertical, not horizontal.
So here's our final result of making this. I did all the work, he didn't, but I think it's pretty nice. Maybe another paint job could do, but it's good enough. It can't be perfect.
Yep, you did a good job. So this is our month of June project, getting ready for the 4th of July. Next month, we'll come up with something else. Until then, thanks for watching. We really appreciate it. Hit the like and subscribe button. We'd really appreciate that as well.
Yep.
And we'll see you next time.